identity.
I love it.
And like my life identity. I've never felt like, I've always felt like I'm just making music, but this was the point in my career where I'm like, this is actually my identity as a person. This music, it's the realest album I've ever made in my life, has the realest songs on it, and I just feel like it's my truth. I approached it from just like a complete artistic approach, and the name Mind Parade came about when it was like 2023. Rewind a little bit. I was sitting on like 26 songs, and I just got done writing a lot of songs. I'm like, okay, I want to make an album. Well, there was this one day that stood out in particular. It was in September of 23. I had the first date ever with the love of my life, and we were in Chinatown. It was like the most perfect day, and I got back home, and I'm like playing my songs. I'm feeling really inspired. It's the middle of the night, and I look at this sheet of paper I had. It had all the songs written down. It also just had some phrases jotted down on it, and one of those phrases was Mind Parade. Don't even know how I came up with it or anything, but it was written really like bold. And I was like, wait, this could be the name of the album, and I could make it a concept album.
Wow.
Yeah, so I ended up writing the title track that night, and then I sort of developed it a little, tweaked the lyrics and whatnot. But Mind Parade, the album, was really, I think that the whole story came about after I picked the name of it. You know, then I sort of was like, okay, this is what this is about. And the whole album is sort of about living the best day of your life, having the opportunity to do that, but also confronting all the things you can't take with you into that day, you know, like the things that you need to let go of. So you're confronted to face yourself, but you have the chance to live the most beautiful day ever.
Wow.
And by doing that, you end up becoming a different version of yourself. So that's sort of what the album is about. It's about just triumph, I guess, and also just experience.
I love that for you. I feel like I've heard the evolution of this whole transition, because you've been on here before and we've talked about so much, and just hearing you in this state of mind, this is a beautiful place. So with that, what shows, how are you planning to approach your shows to go along with these new songs, this new offering?
Yeah. So this year I wanted to put a big emphasis on quality over quantity. I've played so many shows the past few years, and this year I was like, you know what, this album is really my masterpiece, and I want to make sure that when I take it to the stage, that it's really produced well, like everything's done really well. So right now, the way that my shows are going to be, the one at the Art Museum on the 21st.
And what art museum is that again?
Delaware Art Museum.
Oh, okay.
Yep, August 21st.
I know that place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they just got a new stage too, right?
Really?
Oh, it looks like, I saw a picture. There's a huge
You know what?
stage.
I think I saw that too.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah.
Excited for that. But yeah, gonna be playing there, and the way that I'm sort of gonna reveal the album is I'm gonna open up with the album first, like the newer songs, and then after we do that, then I'm gonna go into the more familiar stuff.
Okay.
And I got that from a lot of my favorite bands from like the 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
They would do that. They would always open up with their new album or their new stuff, and then they would go into the familiar stuff.
That's really cool, because people don't do it like that no more.
No, who knows how they do it. You know, I really look at it from a full artistic approach, and this album to me is so special. I had so many late nights staying up, just trying to get it to how I wanted to. Literally the past 2 years I've been just wrenching at it.
2 years?
Yeah.
So the last time I saw you, you were already working on it.
I was.
Wow.
Yeah, last year was my second year into it. So
because you were here last to promote your festival.
Yeah, so and that was, I think it was the 28th of September last year or the 27th. And it was the day after I saw Kingfish live at the Queen.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah,
okay.
It was really cool. So, but the funny thing is that I came up with the album name on September 26th of 23. So then I was on here last year, almost like the midway point to where we're at now. So it's pretty cool.
Yes. So what can we expect that's different from what we've already heard from you?
This album is me maturing as an artist and as a person, and I think that a lot of my other albums had like something in mind that I was trying to base it around. But you know, the name Mind Parade and the whole idea of it is a concept album, but the way I approached it was just in such a true, real way. I stayed open to let the music flow through me, and I think at this point in my life I see myself as more of a musical messenger. I think that music is just like one of the realest things that we have in this world. And when I was writing this album and recording it, I wanted to make it timeless. I wanted it to be as timeless as it could possibly be. And that's why it took so long, because I wanted to listen to every song and be like, okay, I'm okay with listening to this in 20 years from now. Like, I'll still love it, you know? So I had to correct some things, and I had to just get my vocal performances exactly how I wanted to. And it's also my first record I mixed and mastered. So I started that journey, the mixing and mastering journey, last year.
Okay.
That's when I started learning. And then,
wow.
Yeah, and then,
that sounds really good. Peaceful
Thank you.
Mind. It's no vocal. I didn't miss no vocals in it because I'm thinking all I heard.
no, it's just instrumental.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. As
And-
I forwarded, I listened to the whole thing, but I put it to the part that I really like.
Mhm.
It's like something that the guitar does.
I think I know what you're talking
yes,
about.
I'm like, oh,
So-
is this just instrumental?
Oh
or
my
is he
God.
just teasing us right now?
Yeah, it is like a little album teaser in a way.
Yeah.
And
So I don't even know what your voice sounds like this on yet.
oh my God, you're gonna love it. Like, I never, you know, when you're happy with the way you're performing, it's like it translates to the audience, I think, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And this album has really tested me in ways that, like, my work ethic has been it's skyrocketed, because I really had to give this album like a human parentage, you know. I had to really nurture it, and that means just working every day, trying to improve my skills every day. So I can say that it's definitely it's gonna be beautiful when people listen to it, I think. Yeah.
Well, for someone who follows you on social media, I see you're constantly jamming with yourself.
I
Yes.
am, yeah.
I mean, you play
And-
all the instruments.
And you know what? That's actually what gets me better.
Mm.
When I sit down, because I'm always posting stuff for my YouTube,
Yeah.
Time Mathis Music. If you're watching and you're not subscribed, definitely check me out. Fresh content every day. But after days on end, just editing those videos and watching them back and doing honest, like, critiques of myself, that's what just gets me better, you know? So it's like I'm building my YouTube. I almost have 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm at like 932 last time I checked this morning. And
Well, my mother is one of your subscribers.
hey,
She
she's
watches
awesome.
you faithfully.
Oh, that's so lovely.
She told me that she saw or heard something new or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
Ew.
I've been posting some new stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
that's
super. Tell her I said hi.
She keeps me, because I'm not on YouTube. Like, she's more into YouTube. I'm more on Facebook and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So she tells me stuff about your stuff that I don't even know.
She has the inside
So I
scoop.
might have to bring her over here for your show.
Yeah. Please do. She
I
would
will.
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because she was mad that I didn't introduce you to her the last time.
Oh
At
wow.
Gordon Summer Jam.
Yep.
Yeah, she's like, you didn't even introduce. I was like, I was busy working with all the artists. But yeah, so we get to finally, because I've seen you in a sense of always busy. I want to be able to sit down and just listen. Does it bother you when people come to your shows and they're constant? I know I got my phone in your face right now, it's a radio show, but
It's all good.
when you at a show, does it bother you when people are constantly putting phones up and they're not like really paying attention?
You know what? My perspective of the show is so much different. I'm in such a deep zone where I'm just like trying to do my best.
Yes.
Like I'm just focused on my voice, the way I'm singing, the notes, just trying to do it as real as I can. And I love it when I look up and see people vibing out. And I know when they have their phone up, that's because they want to go back home and watch it. So I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, I don't really, that doesn't affect me. Yeah, it's actually pretty cool though when you see people holding their phones up, because it wasn't always that way.
Exactly.
You know, there were times when there wasn't anyone at the show.
That is
You
so
know,
true.
but
Yes.
thankful where I'm at now.
I do. I feel the same way you
Mhm.
feel.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't like that, especially at the larger concerts.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like the phone is going to guide people that didn't know about you to you, especially in different places
It's
in the
it's
world.
free marketing
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
and it's also like this is just the age we're living in, you know, it's just a phenomenon, you know. Back in the day, I'm sure there was something that people might have done that was equal to that, you know.
Yeah, back in the day when they were able to smoke in the venues.
Right, there were probably singers that hated it, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Except perhaps Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, yeah. And the
do you
Beatles.
like Bob Dylan?
You know, his music, he has music that finds me at random points in my life. When I was younger, I was always into the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, and I never understood Bob Dylan until like 2022, 2023. I found one of his songs called The Man in Me, and his voice sounds so beautiful on it, and the way he sings it and everything. And he also has another song called Lay Lady Lay, and I really like that stuff, and I feel his soul and his realness, you know.
Yeah,
but then I watched
him either until the movie.
Oh, okay.
I watched the movie. I was like, you know what?
He's
All
really
this
good.
time I've been like saying I don't like his voice or like this, but there's a reason. And he's like one of the greatest songwriters.
Yeah, great
and
person.
the guitar and everything else is his tools to express himself.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that because they're my tools.
Yeah. He's bold. Like you feel the power when you're listening to him, and especially like, It's All Over Now, Baby Blue.
Yeah.
That song. When I listen to that, it's like it gives me goosebumps.
But I do know he's gonna be in the area soon.
Oh, really?
My son loves him after the movie. We're gonna go check him out. We concert people, so we be all over the place.
Oh yeah.
Either we on stage performing or we had somebody show.
Oh yeah.
And you said that last year you were doing a lot of shows.
Mm-hmm.
So are you limiting now because of the album?
The way the universe worked was sort of like, I knew I needed the time to invest into my album, because last year I just was on the road all the time, and when I finally got able to sit down, I had to pack my gear up again and leave. So this year I was like, the way things sort of worked out, I set my intention, and then I started having like artists reach out to me that wanted to collaborate, like through my YouTube channel. So I began doing that, and then that kind of like took the space. It filled the void of like performing, because then I started using that for money, and so it really worked out beautifully. But I really want to get out and just tour my ass off and just play. Pardon my language.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't affect anything. Yeah. I really want to just play a lot, because what I have now, like, I'm ready. I've reinvented myself in a way. I feel like, you know, it's sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board.
Exactly.
And if it's something you're really passionate about, you really love it, you want to just do it the best. So within this past year, like when you come out to see my shows, you'll feel, even the ones you've heard before, they're just much better.
And I suggest to anybody who either knows about Time Mathis or who doesn't know about his music, if this will be your first time, definitely come to the Delaware Art Museum to check that show out, because the thing that I love about true artists, real artists, is that first show that you see of a new album is not going to be the same as, let's say, that show a year from now.
Totally
So to
right.
watch the evolution of an artist's growth through new music is very fascinating to me as well.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you envision that storytelling on stage?
So the storytelling through it, believe it or not, the album actually, through the lyrics, there's a little bit of spoken word on it too.
Okay.
It actually kind of does carry itself to where I don't really have, the songs kind of flow into each other. Like Dark Side of the Moon, how you'll be listening to a song and then you look up at the radio and it says the song changed, but the song never stopped.
Yeah.
So I was really inspired by that, and I wanted to incorporate that on the record. So that's how I would say like 80% of it is, and there's like 2 songs that don't do that, but they're still in the same key.
Exactly. I like that.
I do want to definitely express to people the realness of this record and the love that I have for it. It's like no other. I mean, I really done everything I can to make this the best record possible.
And that first song definitely tells that.
Thank
I was
you.
blown away.
Thank
I wasn't
you.
expecting that because been listening to your music prior to that, so I definitely heard the evolution. And no voice in there. I was like, okay, where's the voice? So I'm going forward to find out. I was like, I don't think there's a voice there, but maybe he just left it off on purpose.
Yep, that one's just instrumental.
So that's different within itself.
Yeah, I haven't
all
really
the
seen
greats
instrumental
do
in it.
instrumentals, and those guitar licks are memorable because the thing about instrumentals, like one of my favorites, Maggot Brain.
Oh my God, so good.
You
so
know
good.
it as if it's a voice speaking, and that's what I feel like. Your guitar solo is like a voice is singing.
I love that you brought up Maggot Brain. So, one of my favorite artists from the 70s is Funkadelic.
Okay.
Really great, and I'm also a big Pink Floyd fan.
Okay.
And I listened to David Gilmour, and I listened to the guitarists that played with Funkadelic, and I'm like, wow, they're so similar. They have that really spacious, they bend the notes, it's really just beautiful. And when I was recording the song Midnight Peace, it was sort of in that vein of just that spaciousness that I've heard on some of those old 70s records.
Yeah.
I just wanted to create a vibe, you know?
It truly is. That's what made me think of Maggot Brain. Doesn't sound like Maggot Brain, but it gives you that old school feeling of a guitar solo really standing out as a voice is singing.
I came with, really, I was intentional with that approach because I wanted the guitar to be the main voice in it.
And I'm glad that those who are in my DM, they're loving it as well.
Oh, thank you.
Just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you, everyone in your DM.
And hopefully they'll follow you on your platforms as well.
Amazing.
And what are your platforms before we go on?
Okay, so my website is timemathis.org. I have all my tour dates, merch, vlogs on there, blogs that I write about my albums and stuff.
That.
I just started doing that. I just started last month.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm also on YouTube, Ty Mathis Music. Please subscribe. I think you'll really like what I post on there. Ty Mathis 97 on Instagram. And then you can find me on Facebook under Ty Mathis.
Okay, so let's get down to because we talk about the music and voice and lyrics and all that stuff. Who did the artwork?
So the artwork was done by my baby, love of my life, Carla Lara. But she's actually in the studio right now too.
Hey Carla, if you're listening.
Yep, she did that, and it was trial and error. You know, just trying to find the best sort of vibe for it, and a lot of the inspiration actually came from one of my all-time favorite colors. It's called Top Banana Yellow, and it was back in the 60s and 70s. Chrysler and Mopar, they had. It was one of their colors.
Yeah.
It was called a high impact color, and they would put that on their cars. And I was just, ever since I was a kid, I loved it. I love classic cars. I love the style, the art of them, and just how beautiful they were, and the sounds, and the power. And I wanted to incorporate that because one of my other passions in life is classic cars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Learn something new.
Yeah. And I had to incorporate that in there, and the color that made it onto it wasn't the exact color because it turned out too brown, and you couldn't really see the font. But the color that's currently on it was actually a classic car color that I found on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so that just goes to show. But none of this would even be possible without Carla. You know, if it was up to me, I would have to be focused on just getting it, there.
Yes. And art direction is very important because if it's in the store, that's what people want to see first.
It totally is. And speaking of art, so for Midnight Peace, the cover on that, that's actually that's a painting I did last summer.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when I released the single, my distribution company, they wouldn't let me post the actual album cover because it says Mind Parade on it, and it doesn't say Midnight Peace. Yeah, so they were like, you can't use this. I'm like, okay, well, let me look around and see what I can use. So I took a picture of my painting and used that. I was like, this was meant to be.
Yes, and when I saw that, I was wondering if I had the right time Mathis. I had to go back and check. I was like, oh yeah, this is him.
Yep.
Yes. I love that. Because I thought automatically I should see your album cover picture, but
you know, that's in a perfect world that would make sense.
But it doesn't have to with an artist.
It doesn't.
No, especially
there's no
in this
wrong
day and
answers.
age.
Yeah,
It's everything is not a machine when it comes to you're independent, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Independent.
When it comes to being an independent artist, it's not a machine, so you can be as creative as you want to.
That's a beautiful thing
Yeah.
about it. You know, there's really something special about being an independent artist. You know, you really get to learn how to do everything yourself. So that way, if you do get offered a good deal with a record label, then you pretty much know all the work you're paying for.
Exactly. You might not need that big advance that they take back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You'll realize that, hey, maybe you don't need that much money, or maybe you want to make your own money.
You record your own music.
Oh, I could
you
use
have
some
in-house artwork and
Oh
stuff.
yeah, and look, trust me, if you're a
you would
record
save
label
a lot.
watching this, I would love millions.
Yeah. You'll actually make more than you're spending at the end.
I would be in a studio every day, world-class studios.
Yeah, that's where all your money will go.
It totally would.
Yeah.
Electric Lady, Abbey Road.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was outside of Abbey Road when I was in London.
Me
I wanted
too.
to go in so bad.
Me too.
And the same thing with Electric Lady. They don't let you in. I
Yeah.
guess you gotta
They had a
work
gift
it.
shop at Abbey Road that we went into, which was
I
cool.
didn't see that.
I think it was new. I think they were like just built it. Yeah. That was 2019 when I went there.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I think I went before that.
Okay.
We went on Abbey Road and walked that road. And people don't realize how dangerous it is.
Busy road.
Yes.
Oh my God, me and my family were
Oh
there.
my goodness.
We were afraid. Well,
Yeah.
I was like, just like, come on, car, stop.
I
We're
know.
just trying to get a simple picture.
But it was so many fans there, so everybody was helping out and stuff. It was
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah.
But you don't get that same type of energy in New York, because New York, they just don't care.
They don't stop.
Like, Jimi Hendrix could have been walking down the street back in the day, and I'm like, oh, that's him.
You know, that's the cool thing about New York City, though. Like,
Mhm.
you'll be walking down the street, and then one of your friends will be like, oh, that was that famous actor that just
Exactly,
walked by.
yep.
Or he'll be like, oh, in this restaurant, I just ran into this famous actor or
Yeah.
actress. I'm like, what? It's really chill in New York, but if that happens in Delaware, then
Yeah.
everyone's, every media outlet's going to be there. And, you know.
Exactly. Delaware is coming up, though.
It is, it
yeah, so I
really
should say
is.
Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
Wilmington has a lot, especially with the library doing a lot of events now.
It's
That's
amazing
constantly
how many
like
famous
Hollywood
people.
is here now.
It really is. Me and Carla were talking about that on the way here because a lot of people leave Delaware and then they don't realize what they had until it was gone. There's an abundance of opportunities here. Everything that you would have to leave Delaware that you think, if you say you wanted to be involved in music or acting, you're like, oh, I have to leave this place. You completely limit yourself because there's a lot of that in here. You know, Delaware has a lot of culture, a lot of art, a lot of wealth of knowledge and opportunities.
Exactly. And even if you didn't want to be on the scene per se, it's a calm place to live and go see different artists and art all over the town. I mean, every week I find myself finding something to do. And I keep having to remind myself that I'm an artist too.
Yeah.
But I really feel so chill here. It's like I could just travel and do my thing.
It's beautiful.
I like just being able to be in a town that's comfortable and that I can discover, especially as a journalist, discovering new talent. That's why it's important for us to go to shows, because artists need to have that audience there,
Yes.
especially artists who have paid their dues.
Totally.
Yes.
Totally.
There's no reason why the Delaware Art Museum should be packed.
Yeah, you know what?
That should be like
It's gonna
Woodstock
be-
out there.
It better be. Yeah.
Yes.
I played there the past 2 times I played there. I was so impressed by like just how many people were there. It's so beautiful. It's like really nice area.
Yeah.
It's really nice. The big sculpture garden. Like, I had a great time.
And the food.
Oh yeah,
The
the
cafe,
tacos and
everything
stuff.
is delicious.
Oh
And
yeah.
just a good vibe, good people, good fun.
It's such a good vibe.
Yes.
I actually went up there with Carla on a week. It was like a week after I performed there, and what I noticed were a lot of the same people were there. So they
Yeah,
go there
they
like
make
weekly.
it their thing, yeah.
Yeah, so it was so cool, and they were just like, "Man, I love your show. I saw you here last week." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you." It's nice feeling the love. You can tell that it definitely has created a really cool community.
And the cool thing about Ty Mathis is he don't mind playing in the rain. 'Cause there's a lot of rain been happening.
Oh
Just
man,
give
I
him a
hope we
tent. or
yeah,
something.
a tent,
Yeah.
or maybe not a tent,
Yeah.
or maybe a tornado. I'm
Yeah.
joking. No, that was a crazy show.
Well, I just heard you over there plucking that guitar,
Mhm.
so I think that'll be a great segue to
Let's do it. Cool. Maybe I'll mic this.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Does this whole arm bend down? Wonderful, wonderful.
All right.
Cool.
Give it
Coolio.
up for Ty Mathis. He is going to play and sing the guitar, that is.
Move this one down. Okay. Coolio. I'm gonna move this because I don't know if it's still on me. So I moved back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I should actually introduce the song.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start out with a song called Slide.
I like this one.
Thank you. 2, 1, 2, 4. Come on and slide with me, baby. Deep into the world of dreams. Where we go, I just don't know. But I'll keep returning to your love. One way up, one way down. It ain't too hard to get around. You just gotta let go of all the things you can't control. Feel the sun on my back. Feel so free, free, free. Yeah. Come on and slide with me, baby. Deep into the world of dreams. Where we go, I just don't know. But I'll keep returning to your love. Let the music move your mind. You can feel it all around. And love will reign all over you. As you get to where you're going, let the music take you higher, baby. Let it take you all around. Let the feeling take you higher, baby. Let it take you all around. Come on and slide with me, baby. Deep into the world of dreams. Where we go, I just don't know. But I'll keep returning to your love. 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 Come on and slide with me, baby. just don't know. But I'll keep returning to your love.
Woo! Yes, I love that.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
It was a lot of
I
fun.
can definitely hear the growth in that as well.
Thank you, thank you. It feels nice. It really does feel nice. Like when they say practice makes perfect, it's really truly. Some days I'll just run the same song for like 30 minutes just to really get those intricacies out, you know, especially with singing, because I like to. This year I sort of came with a different approach to singing. I want to treat it the same way as how I play guitar, as an instrument, you know. And I'm a self-taught singer, so a lot of the stuff I never really learned how to sing, so I just go by how it sounds, you know.
You have a very unique voice. Who are your inspirations vocally?
My all-time favorite singer is David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. I love his singing. I'm also a big fan of Smokey Robinson. I think he's like one of the most perfect singers. So smooth and just so good. His whole demeanor is incredible. Also big into John Lennon from the Beatles. I just like how real his voice sounds. And what else? I like people like David Bowie too. You know, that really just be character, and each album his voice sounded different. And then by the time like the 77, 76, he just started singing with a more operatic sort of sound. Like he created his own like way of singing. It's so cool. You know?
And tell us more about your guitar.
This right here is a Gibson Blues King. And it's a parlor guitar, so it's a little smaller than a normal acoustic. And it has just such a warm sound. And this guitar's been with me everywhere I went, every time I traveled. I had it since 2015. And as you can tell, it has some wear on it from traveling, but this has been my baby, and it's actually featured on my new album too, on a few songs.
Let me ask you, does it have a name?
You know, I wish it should. It should have a name. My main guitar, my electric, that one has a name. That one's called the Marbled Lungfish.
Okay, where did that come from?
Okay, so the Marbled Lungfish, I used to play a fishing game when I was younger. It was called Fishing Master World Tour, and you would fish. I'm really big into fishing, so I wasn't fishing, I was playing that video game.
Okay.
And it would have you fishing all over the world. And one of the spots was in Africa. I don't know what part, but there was like this little hole we were fishing in, and there were these fish called marbled lungfish. And a lungfish is a type of fish that just lives in like almost like a muddy, like really low oxygenated water, and they breathe just like humans, but they also breathe water. And it just kind of, it's like, it doesn't know if it wants to be a snake, a fish, or what. It just kind of looks weird. And when I look at my guitar, it's sort of that, you know, it's like the culmination of lots of different, does a lot of different things.
Okay.
So I kind of equated it to that. And no one knows what a marbled lungfish is. Every time I see it, people are like, what is that?
I've never heard of it.
A lot of people don't know that there's fish that breathe air, like humans. They have actual lungs. So, yeah. But I would actually love to play another tune.
Okay.
This one right here.
Go ahead.
So this is my latest single. This one is called Summer Daydream. Actually, it's not my latest single. It's the single that I dropped on the first day of summer.
Okay.
It's called Summer
And
Daydream.
is this on a new album?
You know, so it's not, but it was on my album Rising.
Okay.
And I wrote the song back in 2018. I actually have a blog about it, about the whole story of it on my website, Mathis.org. But long story short, in 2018, I went to South Africa.
Oh,
And-
I remember this story.
Yeah, and that's where I wrote the song. And then I featured it on my album Rising that I released in 2023. But I was just, I played it so much live to the point in which it took on a whole different tone. And I was like, I have to record it the way it sounds now. So, after a lot of time in the studio and just performing it and developing it, I came up with the new with the new version of it, and it's just more of a rocker. It's more melodic. And it's just more. I emphasize all the parts that I really liked a lot. You know? But yeah, here it is. I'm going to be doing a little different variation actually, a little slower since we're doing it on acoustic.
Wildflowers tread heavy upon your open wind, and the world is at your command. What you wish will be said, and there's time for a TV, and there's time to await, and you make your way through my day. Sing me sweetly and softly, and when I hear you singing, you really turn my head. It's like a summer daydream in the sky. Overload of delight on the path in which we go, and I love you, baby. Whoa. The creek don't rise. I gotta get back home in one piece, but the only thing that I see is a tangerine. As I walk into the sunset, I try to find my mind. I stumble on a pillow where the crows begin to cry. But when I hear you sing, you meditate my mind. It's like a summer daydream. You fly me high. Overload of delight on the path in which we go, and I love you, baby. Oh, 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 our love forever grows in this summer daydream. Oh, oh,
way you play that guitar, it's almost like I'm hearing effects, but I'm not.
Oh wow, thank
Yes.
you. You know, it's probably because I went a while without playing with any effects. For like, from like 2021 to like 2023, I didn't even use any like effects pedals. I just like really wanted to get good at just playing and like just working on my natural vibrato
Yes.
as opposed to just clicking on a pedal.
That's why they say it's not really the guitar, it's the person who's playing the guitar. It's
All,
the
yep,
soul.
it's all
The
about
same
that.
person can play that guitar and not get that feeling and that sound out of it.
It's true, you know.
I mean, a different person. I said the same person. A different
Oh,
person.
same.
Yeah.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
I heard what you meant.
Yeah.
It's very true, and it's not about the price of the instrument. It's not about any of that. Matter of fact, some of the best instruments that I have are the cheapest ones. In terms of soul, you know, like they're used, and like I feel like a used guitar neck is kind of better than a fresh one sometimes because it's already broken in. You know, it feels nice. You know, it's more comfortable. Yeah.
Well, Ty, thank you so much for coming. This has been
Thank you
great.
for having
and thank
me.
you for
Very
coming
grateful.
to the earlier version of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
I'm about to go over to the Delaware Contemporary to support my boys who are performing.
That's awesome.
Yes. So
Wonderful.
if you're listening out there, check out Ty Mathis. He's on social media networks. I'll let him tell you where he's at.
On Instagram, TyMathis97. I'm on YouTube. I post every day. And my channel is Ty Mathis Music. Definitely check that out. A lot of cool stuff happening. And a new vlog is coming out very soon. It's really something awesome I'm putting together. That's different than anything I've ever done on my channel. So definitely check that out. Also visit my website, tymathis.org, because on there I have merch for sale. It's all handcrafted. I design all the artwork and everything.
Wow, so talented.
Thank you. And I also have, as I said, blogs. I have my music up there. Music will be for sale off my website soon. And then just a lot of cool stuff out there on my, I'm sorry, not on my YouTube, on my website. That's where the music will be for sale. But yeah, highly recommend checking that out, tymathis.org. Some cool stuff on there.
And when are you going to be at the Delaware Art Museum?
That is on August 21st. Don't miss out on it,
Yeah.
because you'll have the opportunity to buy my album Mind Parade. That's the full-length concept album I've been working on for the past 2 years. I'm going to be performing it, debuting some of the songs there, and I will have the actual CDs of the album. So you can listen to it, you can own it before the rest of the world has even heard it. If you come out to the show. And it won't be super expensive either.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again, Ty Mathis, for joining us here on the Wilmington Renaissance Radio Show.
Thank you for having me.
Once again, I'm Samantha Hollins, and guess what, y'all? I'm going to have a pop-up show next Thursday, July 31st. So join me 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Thursday, July the 31st. Yes, and have a wonderful day. Peace and love.